Another thing is which most of the students neglect is, guys, do not use very sophisticated bookish language while learning a new concept. All right. For example, if you can relate, to an example now, then your process of learning will increase. For example, I told you this case where I was sitting with my friend here. Let me just zoom. Okay. And how a girl came, boys talked about her behind her back, and then we talked about them behind their back, and then the teacher came and then she taught me something new. So okay, try to uh, learn these kind of tricks. All right. Namaste guys. So today we'll be talking about this question: how to learn French language in the shortest time span possible. So it is based on my personal experience. Okay, it is based on my personal experience because of I learned French language from a lot of teachers. Okay, we will be talking about that part some other day. Okay, so before starting, I'm thankful to all my teachers, Chetan sir, Padma ma'am, Soma sir, Usha ma'am, Priyanka Kharunda ma'am, and a lot of other teachers also. Ashmi ma'am. Okay, so let's start this video. So, guys, this is something. Okay, in order to tell you the trick, I have to tell you a little bit of background also. Okay. So the thing is, try to relate French language with your personal life. Let me give you an example how personal life. Okay. Now, the best this is the best way in order to learn French language. For example, let me just tell you one thing. In class, I was in the class of, I guess, Soma sir or Padma ma'am. I don't remember. Padma ma'am or Soma or maybe Usha ma'am. I don't remember exactly the name of the teacher. And in the class, they taught us, the respected teacher taught us eton done ko. Eton done. So, acha guys, there is one thing that this trick can be used in A2 level, B1 level, B2 level, but not in like A1 level. Okay, because in A1 level, the problem is that you will have to mug up hell lot of things. Okay, ratta lagana padta hai. Okay, so this is the thing. So we learned Eto Done Ko means given the fact that, given the fact that. Okay, this was the only connector my teacher taught me. And now observe the background. Observe the background. See, I was hardly 18 or 19 at that time. Okay, hardly. Okay, so the thing is that first of all, I was young. Another thing is that suppose this is Alliance Francaise de Delhi. Okay, and in past they used to be like two gates. So from this gate, entry of students was allowed. Now, like they are. Now I'll not going to go into other details. All right. So what we used to do, we used to go out. We used to sit here, drink coffee, chai, or whatever, or Maggie, etc. Okay. So in at Alliance Francaise, there are three kinds of students who come there. One who want to study, another one who want to just enjoy their lives, and third, they have no idea why the hell they are learning French language, but they are just learning French language in order to save their time. That's it. Another thing. Now the thing was that uh, I was sitting with one of my seniors. Okay. Then a beautiful girl came. Let's suppose this is a beautiful girl. Just think. I know my drawing is very bad. All right. So she was really gorgeous, and then there was this. When she went away, she started talking to someone, and then when she went away, the guy, the guy said, "Yeah," to his classmate, I guess. He said, "Yeah, she's gorgeous. I'll go and talk to her. I'll go and talk to her next time." Okay. Now observe the situation. And his friend said, यार मैं तो सिर्फ दोस्ती करना चाहता हूँ. I just want to become her friend. ठीक है? Why? Because she is gorgeous. All right. So when all of them went away, I looked at my senior. I cannot name him. Okay, I looked at him and I was like, Bhaiya, do you know that in this situation, in this particular situation, we can use ethnodonic? So he was like, how, Pankaj? I said, etho done kel a bell, comma, je veux devenir son ami. Given the fact that she's gorgeous, I want to become her friend. Now observe this thing. This idea came from a real situation. All right. So whenever someone asks me to explain Eto Donega, this is how I love to explain. All right. Why? So that the student also he can relate to relate to his personal life or personal examples. Okay. So always try to add some personal examples. All right. Now another thing. Observe this thing carefully. In this scenario, I was observing them. All right. Now, my senior in Hindi language, we call our seniors bhaiya. Okay, like frère. Okay. So bhaiya told me. He said bhaiya means my senior in class. So he told me, Pankaj, do you know that the substitute of eton doneka, you can also use twisk here. Twisk means since. Twisk L-A-Bell, Twisk L-A-Bell. Now the same sentence. All right, let me just show you. Now the same sentence. Okay. Twisk L-A-Bell, Javadavir Sonam. All right. Now, now the beauty of this example is while we were having this conversation, there was a teacher of Alliance Française who was sitting in front of us. She looked at me, and of course, Bhaiyaji was also there. So he looked at me and he looked at my senior. So she laughed and she said that, do you know that you can also use car over here? Car. So of course, my senior knew about this thing, but I was just in how I was hardly in A2 or B1 level. I don't remember. All right. So I said, how? So car means because. Okay. And that day she told me that, Pankaj, you cannot start a sentence with past, first thing, but you can start a sentence with, wait, let me just change. You can start a sentence with car. Okay. Car means because. So she said to me, in your level, Pankaj, if you're going to use car over here, then also the sentence would be correct. For example, car elle belle, je veux devenir son ami. So, all right. So this is how you can, use these things. For example, your parents, if they are saying something to you, just try to observe how can you say the same thing in French language. All right. Another thing is which most of the students neglect is, guys, do not use very sophisticated bookish language while learning a new concept. All right. For example, relate if you can relate to an example now, then your process of learning will increase. For example, I told you this case where I was sitting with my friend here. Let me just zoom. Okay. And how a girl came, boys talked about her behind her back, and then we talked about them behind their back, and then the teacher came and then she taught me something new. So okay, try to uh, learn these kind of tricks. All right. Now let me give you just one more example. For example, this one. For example, quack. We often say quack means whatever, whatever. All right. So you know, there is an age when most of the students fall in love and all, and if not in love, then there's an age when we start watching movies of Shah Rukh Khan, romantic movies and all. So we were watching a movie at my place. Me, my friend was there, and all. We were there, and we were watching a movie, Hindi movie. So, okay. So what we did was the actors, during the marriage ceremony, the the actors had that, whatever will happen. I don't know. It was a breakup scene or what. I forgot. I don't really like to watch movies and all. So the actor said, no, the actress said, whatever, uh, whatever, जो भी हो जाए मैं तुम्हारा साथ नहीं छोड़ूंगा या छोड़ूंगी, whatever. So in this scenario, what we can do is, what I thought is, qua, wait, color is not so nice. Let's use black color. Qua qu'il arrive, je t'aiderai. Aiderai. Okay, whatever happens, जो हो जाए मैं तुम्हारी मदद करूंगा. All right, whatever comes or whatever happens, I'll help you. All right. So this is how you can. This is like one of the many tricks I teach to my students. That, and another thing is that in this one here, what you have to use is subjunctive. Subjunctive, and it is a connector of somewhere around B1 B2 level, or B1 B, somewhere around B1 B2 level. All right. So this is how, this is, I told you guys the application. This is how you can use these things in your personal life. All right. And another thing I want to add here over here is, let's see, let me just find out. This is like, this is something I do not like about OneNote. Yeah. Now another thing is that, there are three kinds of examples. One, your teacher gives you, okay, very sophisticated examples. Another one, you can find on internet. I'm talking about examples, okay, internet. Third one is like stupid examples. Now remember one thing. Uh, this thing came, like, this thing was, most of my students who appear for like B2 or even C2 C1 level, all right, and also in like TEF or TCF exams, these people use this trick. Like how I give them really stupid, sometimes I give them stupid examples, all right, concerning, for example, this was a stupid example, right? It was a stupid example. Even I know this thing, but this is how the situation was. So what these people start doing is, for example, I give them a lot of connectors, phrases, etc. But I tell them with a situation, like this thing happened, and that's how this thing. So when they are stuck with a problem, they cannot recall what their teacher taught them, okay, in a very sophisticated language. They cannot remember any example related to which is given on internet, or given by their teachers. But the stupid examples I give them, they are like, sir, remember your story of that XYZ person, or when you were doing this thing. So because of that thing, I was able to handle the situation or the role. For example, in the case of like B1 exam or in B2 exam, it depends on, like, some, for example, in B2 level, what I do is I tell them the whole context of a conversation. Because in B2 level, the beauty and the problem is that the language becomes very formal. Okay, so here I start giving them examples of politicians. Okay, politicians, or in case if the student is in like Bollywood movies, etc., then I create examples related to, if Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, etc. Just a second, guys. I think the recording got stopped. Guys, there was some technical error. Your favorite part. This is your favorite part. I know. You guys can message me on Telegram. This is my Telegram ID, Spontaneous Fun. And I was very young when I created this ID. And this is my Gmail ID, tcftf9@gmail.com. And tab tak ke liye, that's it. If you guys have any doubts or query, you can message me anytime. Otherwise, thank you. Namaste. Take care. God bless.